Dracula's Death is a Hungarian film. This one has a lot of mystery to it. I, I gotta be honest with you. Now this film is actually the first Dracula film. However, the release is it is insane because it said the production went from 1920 to 1921. Now, apparently it premiered in Vienna in 1921, but there's no publication for it. Nothing saying that it was released in 1921. So how, but there's official release for 1923. And to this day, film historians are trying to figure out what happened. What what what's going on there? So, yes, this is the first Dracula film. Not Nosferatu. However, Nosferatu was the first released film unless they find publication in Vienna. I, let's just put that out there. Now, the difference between this one and Nosferatu is that this takes the character of Dracula and puts it in a completely original idea. Okay, Nosferatu, we all know, was a complete ripoff of Bram Stoker's Dracula. The difference here is now this is a lost film, I do have to say, but there was a novelization. And from everything that film historians have found is that the novelization is based on the script. So it's about as accurate as we're going to get of the story. And so this woman named Mary is a seamstress, and she goes to visit her dying father in an insane asylum. And she encounters one of the inmates who claims to be the immortal Dracula. And while after her father dies, she is invited to spend the night at the asylum, which the inmate who is Dracula abducts Mary to his castle and forces her to attend a wedding ceremony. At the end of the wedding ceremony, uh, Mary uses a cross to repel Dracula and escapes the castle. Mary is found by some locals who take her home and sends for the doctor. After some days treating Mary, the doctor is forced to leave to tend to an injury. The doctor is taken on a strange and dangerous route, and his sleigh driver admits to having been bribed to take him this way by a man whose description matches Dracula. Back at the home, a fallen lamp, LAMP, uh, sets Mary's room on fire, forcing her to flee. I mean, it just goes on this crazy ordeal. I kind of wish it had survived because I would have loved to see this version. For being the first Dracula film, this would have been really spooky to see, especially when you see the production stills, which is all we have left. We have four production stills, and one of them is the cover of the novelization. That's it. That's all we have. Um, Now, what we do, we when it was officially released, um, it got good reviews from what I saw, and I mean, um, so I don't know. I guess because of the fact people were, considering, Nosferatu, and then this came out a year later, people were not because of the lawsuit and everything. I don't remember when the lawsuit came out, but I did see where some people were saying that this was a joint effort on Hungary and Austria, but not very many places were saying that. So if this is a joint effort on Hungary and Austria, I will change the title card. Please tell me. And because I like to get that correct. But anyway, this is a Hungarian film, unless otherwise stated. Like I said, the release date is weird. Production went from 1920 to 1921, and they say that it was released in Vienna in 1921, but there's no publication saying. Otherwise, the release date is 1923 after Nosferatu. But this is the first official Dracula film.